Good mornish, after mornish, good mornish. Good morning. How are you all doing? Welcome into twitch.tv/iScreamUploads. My name is Graham D. And I'm joined by a man in the studio. Call Mr. Bib, I'll read.
I'm also joined by Tito.
Oh, nice one, Tito. That's great. If I turn around a little bit more, you can see that I'm also joined by Tito. Nice. It's just everywhere.
Great style.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Welcome into twitch.tv/. Oh, 1 second. Someone literally sat the show and someone's knocking at the door. 1 second. Hi, Bib. Over to you. You talk. Say things.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to the scoop here on Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday, the 15th of February. We very much appreciate every single one of you that are joining us for today's episode of the scoop. And over now, 1,000 people have listened to the scoop in the last week over at SoundCloud.
Madness.
So the numbers are starting to climb. We're going to Disney New Heights, Graham.
It's madness. It's absolute madness. Sorry, when I said door, I didn't mean like front door. I meant like Chloe was knocking on my door. She's off school sick today, so I just needed to make sure she was okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, hi. She's just said there's a bug in the bathroom. Can you save me? And I was like, no, I can't, because you've had all morning to go and just get into the bath. So no, you'll have to wait. You have to wait. People of the scoop deserve better.
There's a girl in the garden.
There's a girl in the garden. It's like being back on Chasing Crates with Mates with Lotus. Oh, God. Speaking of which, actually, that's a good time to point out that you may have seen it last night. Tonight, we are going chasing Crates with Mates. Yeah. So from 6:30 till about 8:30-ish, we will be playing some PUBG with our buddies over at Core. That's Code Red Gaming. So we're chasing Crates with Mates. So with them, it's chasing Crates. That's how it works. Nice. So it will be myself and Lotus joined by Silencer and hopefully Droidica. He does have something that's popped up, so he might not make it in for that. But either way, we'll still have Core because we'll have Silencer anyway. If he does get in, nice. If he doesn't, no worries. We'll fill the spot. Easy dubs. We'll then jump into the games with likes of Nietzsche and Beans after that. So do feel free to join us from around 6:30 p.m. UK tonight-ish today. But yeah, as Bib was saying, this is the Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. We are live on twitch.tv/iScreamUploads, where we go live each and every single weekday at 10 a.m.-ish. It's 12:10. We went live at 11:59, so that's 11 is next to 10, so that's 10 a.m.-ish. I'm taking it. Nice. So we went live at 10 a.m.-ish, where we go live each and every single weekday on twitch.tv/iScreamUploads. But the live stream isn't the only thing we do. It's turned into a podcast too, a video on YouTube and an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and Google Play. So there is lots of places where in the last week alone, over 1,000 people have listened. But overall, nearly 200,000 people have listened and watched this podcast. Nice. Podcast.
This podcast.
Not a podcast on demand, but a podcast. Nice. Yeah, a lot of people have watched it. So please do feel free to get involved on behalf of those people that can't get in right now, but do watch later on. And before we jump into the rest of the show, shout out to the people at Astro, !Astro in the chat if you're after a new headset. Where we're in A40s. Look at these bad boys. Look at it. Nice.
Yeah.
These are exceptionally exceptional headsets. That's literally what I was about to say then, and my brain was like, no, you can't say that. That's not good. It's not good wording, but I went with it anyway. Fuck it. No, these headsets are great. We had them before we are partnered with Astro, which is why we have no issues saying you should buy them. Because we obviously have a discount code that will save you money, but will earn us money. And it's not just about the ad, the spawn. It's the fact that we actually enjoy these headsets. Also, shout out to Astro, because I've had messages this morning that they are on with shipping out Kenny Cobra's A30 headset for the first comeback killer in the Rumble, and Gorilla's OG glider kill from the Rumble at the end of January too. So they are sorting that out. So we should get 2 brand new A30 headsets out in the wild pretty soon. Whew. Spicy meatball.
Spice there.
We should open our A30s. I know. So we've got a set of A30s. Jump into the split screen. We've got a set of A30s in the studio that we haven't opened, and the only reason for that is because we want to turn it into YouTube content. But obviously, with the Rumble and things like that, we've just thought, we'll get around to it eventually. It's probably been like 6 months now and we still haven't. But we want to open it and let you guys see the full YouTubiness. But if we don't do it soon, I'm just gonna open it anyway. I'm just gonna be sat there in the studio with it around my neck like a dude that has like 6 chains. They've got 2 headsets on. One on my head, one around my neck. Let's go.
I've had an Astro script written for about 4 months now. So yeah, we can add the A30s onto it now, because it was just a load of I don't want to say jargon, but when you haven't had hands-on with the product before, you just kind of have to take other people's word for it. So you write something about it, which may or may not be true, but it did come from their website, so it has to be true, really.
Yeah.
But now we can get hands-on. We can actually give our full, detailed breakdown, which I think then that covers all of the Astro headsets. I think we've had hands-on with them all then, right?
Yeah, we can do some product like comparisons, like the A40s versus the A30s. Actually, we don't have the A50s. It's the only thing we don't have, the A50s.
Right.
Speaking of Kenny Cobra and the A30s, hey, welcome in, Kenny. How you doing? Yeah, that's something we do actually need to do, and that's to set up like one of our additional cameras in a space where we can capture unboxing content. So do you know, like the table over by the chairs that we had for the hosting, we probably need to like get a camera looking straight down so that we can do unboxing and opening stuff there or something like that. But we'll deal with that another time. For now, though, we do have the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. We're going to give you our thoughts and impressions on those stories, and we want to hear your thoughts and impressions, and then we will give you our thoughts and impressions on your thoughts and impressions. That's kind of how the whole thing works. So if you're in the chat, please do feel free to get involved. Gagad did get involved supremely early. Says, good afternoon, gents. Good afternoon, Gagad. He did actually say good afternoon at exactly 12, so that did count. It wasn't in the morning. I'll give you that one. Then we got JMK dropping in. Hey, Tito says he gets around a bit. He does. He's everywhere. And Nick's, welcome back. Good day, lads. How are we doing? Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How are we all doing, says Kenny. Do you know what? We were okay, but now you're here, we're a lot better. This is the long and the short of it. It is what it is. It is what it is. No, we do have a bunch of video game stories to go through. Today, we're going to kick things off talking about Fortnite. Fortnite today. Sorry, can't do it. My voice doesn't go as high pitched as Jack's does. But, Sean Murray at The Gamer has that story. We will kick things off saying Fortnite announces a new Most Wanted event featuring heists and new Infamy system. So that's what's going to kick things off. We'll then talk about WWE 2K23 with its roster of over 170 playable wrestlers. We'll then talk about Ubisoft's largest free-to-play shooter, XDefiant, getting a cross-play test this week. Then we'll talk about The Last of Us Part 1 getting a Firefly Edition, and Sony have some new accessories and peripherals for their video game consoles. We'll finish things up with that. But for now, should we start talking about some Fortnite, Bib?
Why the bloody hell not, Graham?
I think we should. Didn't quite get it open as quick as I was hoping to, so, padding a little bit. But there we go. Nice. Sean Murray at The Gamer says Fortnite announces the Most Wanted event featuring heists and a new Infamy system. Kill bosses, raid vaults, grab loot, repeat. Just don't get caught. So it looks like the leaks were right. Fortnite's latest event brings back some vaulted weapons, adds some scandalous new quests, and even adds a heat system that makes it easier for other players to spot you. But the rewards for pulling this heist off will be truly primo. First, let's go over the heist. The, quote, cold-blooded syndicate has taken over the island and set up a number of cold-blooded vaults. Inside each vault is a new exotic weapon. Problem is, each vault needs a vault keycard to open, and those keycards only come from cold-blooded bosses. Find the bosses, grab their keycards by killing them, Natch, and then head to the vault to get your new exotic gun. By the way, Natch is not me saying naturally Sean. That's how they've actually written in the article. So Sean Murray's a bit edgier than I would have gone there. Nice. Exotics will have additional perks like a shotgun that's perfect at tearing through walls, or an SMG that automatically reloads when you run. The SMG appears to be the returning P90 that leakers found in the game files, but there are a number of returning weapons in this event, including the hand cannon, dual pistols, heavy sniper, hop rock dualies, suppressed pistol, and the boom sniper rifle. Bows, motorboats. I'm assuming that should be and. Bows and motorboats are being disabled for the duration of the event. Opening vaults and killing opponents will also raise your heat level. Having any amount of heat will make cold-blooded syndicate members more hostile and will also make you more visible to other players on the minimap and the environment. On the plus side, having heat will give you some bonuses like extra movement speed and regenerating health. But I mentioned the reward, so let's Talk Take. Complete most wanted quests to gain Infamy, which will unlock new cosmetic weapons, including the Cash Stash back bling, the Vault Guardian pickaxe, and the Gold-Blooded Ace outfit. You can track your Infamy progress on the Cold-Blooded logo tab in the lobby. Quests will fall under 5 categories, and completing most of the quests in the category will unlock the Cold-Blooded medallion. Get 5 medallions to unlock the Solid Skull back bling, which can evolve through Solid Skull quests. And finally, there's a leaderboard. Crack open Cold-Blooded vaults to advance in the leaderboard and unlock even more stuff. For full details, head over to Fortnite's website. There is a lot of levels to this. God damn. So new weapons, stuff that's been unvaulted. Nice. There is vaults within the game that have stuff in them. You take the vaults, which you get to by killing bosses, and then you raise your wanted level, effectively, which then means that the bosses and other NPC characters are more vicious towards you, plus other in-game players will have information on how to find you. And that's all, I assume, within a standard BR, right? Is that within playing a game where another 100 people are trying to kill you anyway? Whew, spicy. Thoughts, babe?
Yeah. Again, it's just the innovation that they end up coming with. I mean, it does sound very GTA wanted level type stuff.
Yeah.
That just gets sprinkled into, but that's where the jeopardy is. That's where you think, okay, if I take out this boss, I can get this thing and then go and do that thing. You don't have to do that. You might well be watching somebody else go and tackle that boss, take it down. They might not have full health. Then you can go and take the stuff that the bosses end up dropping for yourself. Like that's what you want. You want the jeopardy in a BR game, and I think that's what people end up playing these games continuously for, because the narrative changes every single time you want to drop in. With the daily missions, with your weekly missions, you don't necessarily have to go for the win every time, and that's why this is still my favorite BR to play. Having the ability to be able to go in and play 5 or 6 matches the way that I want to play it, and the whole aim of the game isn't necessary. Well, it is to win, but you could just drop in, get what you need to, and then I don't think you can leave, but you don't have to take on and try and win the game. That isn't your sole objective in this, and this is why I enjoy it so much. But they just keep on finding different ways to end up bringing you back again. And again, this is, in my opinion, why it's still the #1 Battle Royale game that's out there. There's just so much content being driven in there, left, right, and center.
Yeah, I would peel that back a little bit, and I wouldn't say it's the #1 Battle Royale game out there. I feel like it's the #1 of that style of Battle Royale, in terms of you've got your Battle Royale that's more simplistic Battle Royale, kill each other, job's good, but then you get the Battle Royale that has, like, the NPC stuff, that has side missions, that has the questing stuff, or heists, as there is now, and nothing even gets close to Fortnite in that sort of stuff, because, like, I mean, PUBG kind of has tried in the past with, like, NPC bosses on Haven, where there's a room and you go into it and there's like one chief and a bunch of guards, and if you kill them then you get level 3 loot, and then there's the loot trucks which you destroy and that drops some more loot and that sort of stuff, which are just nobody ever goes, I really like that.
Means to an end, aren't they?
Yeah. Whereas you just know that some people will be doing this, and part of it will be their chase towards a victory royale, absolutely. But a lot of people will just be like, yeah, we took out a couple of raid bosses, and that's cool. That's an achievement done. Like, especially with them having leaderboards and stuff like that. Even if you can't defeat the entire map, win the whole lobby, there is a leaderboard for the number of vaults that people open. So that is in-game gamification. Okay, we've opened 3 vaults in this. That will help us on our personal leaderboard to unlock stuff for ourselves, but also, I imagine, put ourselves in a larger community-led leaderboard, potentially.
Yeah.
Which is badass, because even for all intents and purposes, the crappiest players still have something to work towards. I'm not going to get the win, but I can land on the edge of the map, take out the easier bosses with my boys and girls, and then take out a couple of vaults, and I feel like I've achieved something. It's not one of those like, oh, I just landed, didn't get nothing on the drop and just got shit on. It's like, yeah, it's good. It is good. It is exceptional good. Exceptionally good. Exceptional stuff. And Fortnite are very good at innovating in that. It does admittedly make Fortnite become less of a mainstay game. Not that it really is for me. It's definitely a change of pace game, but it becomes more of a change of pace rather than something like I would happily invest. If PUBG just got cancelled now, reconnection successful. I was talking for ages. Like usually I get some sort of audible cue. Like I get like a blah blah if it's trying to reconnect or something. I didn't get anything. So fuck. I could have been chatting shit for ages. But the gist of what I was saying is that Fortnite is an alternative game for me. It's something that I play on the side when I want to change from a game like PUBG. Fortnite is not the same thing. And this makes it even more of something different, which means it's even less likely to be my all-time game. But whilst it is my bit on the side, it does actually make it a little bit more exciting. So it's good. But what I'm trying to say is it adds a little bit of an injection to life. The fact that this is a limited time event, I imagine, means that's exceptional. Because the last time they had a limited time event that turned out to be something better than people expected, it got turned into a constant mainstay of the game. Oh, people like no build so much. Okay, well, we'll make it an all-time thing. So if this turns out to be that great, it could be an all-time thing. But for me, this is a little bit different. So I'd like to see this come, have its 15 minutes of fame, people go and enjoy it, do some looting, some vaulting, and then leaving. Job's good. Nice. Mm-hmm. Are we back? Can you all see us now? Refresh if you haven't. Let me type that in the chat. Refresh. The interwebs did go down. Hi.
Just got the Discord notification as well, so we must be live again.
Can you not do that, please? I have to stop casting and recast to my Google Hub every time. It's annoying as fuck. Well, I was just saying to Bib, as we were down then, that I was thinking to myself as we went live, I've not had the internet shit out on me for a couple of weeks now, maybe even longer. It's not bad. I shouldn't have thought it. Because once you think it, you don't have to talk it into existence these days. You think it, and the internet goes, nope, you ain't having that. Anyway, we'll put a pin in that. So that is Fortnite, most wanted event. There's new heists, a new Infamy system, some vaults with bosses leading them, all sorts of missions and leaderboards and loot and stuff that comes off the back of that, including, do you know what, we didn't even talk about the fact that there's exotic guns being brought back, which is cool. We're not going to move ahead yet, because that's something I do want to mention. Because it ties into something. I've just seen Nacho's gone live. Nacho did share out a tweet early on as well, to be fair. So shout out to Nacho. Nacho was talking the other day about PUBG has some really good additions. Like there's a new Blizzard zone. There's a polar bear in the game which lives in a cave kind of thing, and they basically fuck you up. And there is thermal scopes and this, that, and the other. But PUBG just throws it all in at once and goes, look at all the stuff. And then people go, fuck me, this is amazing. Look at all the things. And then 2 weeks later, it's like, oh, there's nothing else to play. Yay. Whereas Fortnite goes, oh, look, laser set, thermal sight, yeah. And then you go, yeah. And they go, yeah. And you go, yeah. And they go, oh, it's actually in the vault now. Sorry, you can't use it again. And you're like, oh. And then 6 months later, they go, oh, by the way, that thermal scope, just back in the game again. Yeah! Whereas PUBG, every weapon that's ever been made in the game is in the game kind of thing. It's that sort of thing. Oh, the M249's in the crate? Okay, well, we'll take it out of the crate. So now it's just ground loot. Oh, all right then. No, it's just there now. And we eventually will put in the MG3, which is similar sort of gun, but different. But yeah, that's there as well. And it's like, oh, okay, so that short-lived excitement. The only time that's kind of been like that in PUBG, which is the wrong way, is the Lynx sniper rifle is only available on one map through care packages. So you've probably got like a 1 in 5 chance of getting it. Should you get that map, should you get a care package? So I literally don't remember the last time I had a Lynx. It was probably a couple of months ago. That's not good UX. That's digital scarcity for the sake of it kind of thing. So yeah, having crate weapons, fine. Making them super rare, fine. But having them super rare in crates on one map in a rotation of 5 maps is a bit stupid. So yeah. Do it like that. Vault stuff, bring it back, jobs are good. And you can keep your game fresh even though you're only giving people something that they've had before. Obviously, they have taken it further with the back bling and I'm assuming there was a pickaxe as well in there and all that sort of stuff. So nice. I got Lynx at Christmas. Was it Africa? Was it a set? Did you get some shower gel with it, or was it just a spray? Because if it was just a spray, then you've been add on to Drew. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Always should be the two in tandem. Used to love Lynx Africa. Still love the smell of Lynx Africa.
It's funny you say that because I've got the ones that you get for Christmas as like the deodorant and body spray, that the combined thing, because it just used to be body spray, didn't it? It was a terrible deodorant, but they've got the deodorant versions now, and I haven't used Link. I've got like 30 bottles underneath my bed in like a tub thing that's got like shower gels and stuff, basically shit that people buy me at Christmas that I never end up using, but they're just underneath the bed. Anyway, long story short, I forgot my deodorant downstairs because I get changed downstairs so I don't wake up Samantha and the baby in the mornings. Forgot my deodorant downstairs, so when I got out of the bath, I got out of the shower last night, I had nothing to wear. So I put the Lynx Africa on, and Samantha went, "Are you fucking joking? I can't remember the last time that you used this, and it fucking stinks. Don't." I was like, "All right, what's your vendetta against Lynx Africa? How can people dislike it that much?" But I mean, it's definitely bottom tier.
Yeah, pretty much same for me. I remember I was using Lynx Africa, like living my best life. And Danielle didn't mind it. It's fine, whatever. Until Danielle got pregnant and it changed her like scent glands. I sprayed it, and literally, if you want to stop using a deodorant, have the person that you love get a waft of your deodorant and then literally gip. She was like, bleh, bleh, bleh. I was like, oh, well, I'm never using that ever again. So, yeah. and I never have. So it's gone now. Iron Brew, I don't know where the fuck it links is out of my life. Iron Brew's not. I mean, it never really was in my life, to be fair. So yeah, it's gone. Get out of here. I got 5 Lynx sets at Christmas, all spray deodorant. JMK, I think your family are trying to say something to you.
Yeah.
No, I had a year like that where I think it was, I got 3 or 4 Lynx sets and then some other ones as well. So what is it now? Did they give you a deodorant and an antiperspirant in one now then? So I remember it used to get like a shower gel and a deodorant or an antiperspirant or something like that. And then there was one that was like for your da. It was like a deodorant, but then it was almost like perfume sort of thing. I remember this I'm going back like 15 years, and it was like a really thin glass bottle with a Lynx Africa label around it, and it was like a spray on kind of thing. I got one of those once. That, I mean, I didn't use that one because even back then that was shit. So that bit went whoop, gone. Oh, I see Gagad has tweeted us. I need to look at this now. I wonder if this is just because I've just said something about Iron Brew. Oh no, he's not. No, it's fine. No, he's responding to the infamy. I thought because I just said Iron Brew's not for me, he might have just gone, "What the fuck?" Like the time I mentioned square sausages, and Enzo clipped it and just posted that one video on Twitter on repeat: square sausages, square sausages, square sausages, square sausages. Nice.
Full of square sausages.
Me too. Great stuff. Chappers, good morrow. Crazy how far the game's gone, and it's incredible. It is incredible. It's such like it's easy to forget as well. I bet. Even people that play Fortnite regularly now, that have played it since day one, if they got Fortnite day one loaded up in front of them, without all of the bugs and stuff, obviously, just how visually stunning it is now. The layers of visual fidelity that just exist in the game, let alone the running, the sliding, the jumping animations that are all in there that are almost like Spider-Man-esque and stuff like that. It will just be clunkier and boring. Yeah, I bet it'd be boring now, Fortnite day one. Yeah. I mean, it would be sparse and empty, and things like not being able to, like, there was you couldn't pickaxe chests. If you pickaxe the chest, the loot in it just disappeared because it broke, which was stupid. Like, so many good quality of life improvements. The game has come on so far, let alone the big stuff as well. Scrolling back a little bit too far. Year before with Marmite 2. What, Marmite Lynx?
Yeah, that was disgusting.
I mean, I never got it because I'd gone off Lynx by then, and one of Danielle's biggest hates. So if I wanted to make a GIP, spray Lynx Africa. If I want to make a GIP, have Marmite. So Lynx Marmite, she'd probably just pop. Oh, there goes Danielle. She's gone. I had a cupboard full of Brutes as my elderly neighbour bought it me every Christmas and birthday. Nice. To be fair, I remember the first time I smelt Brute and I thought, oh, that smells nice, that. Like it was the first, like on one of those little card things that you get. And then the first time I smelt it on an actual person, I was like, nah, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's definitely that's a Yadar as well. No.
Yeah, Samantha's dad wears that. Oh, he did up until maybe last year, and now he wears Paco Rabanne.
What, 1 million?
Yeah. He's got really sensitive skin, so like he used to wear aftershaves like all the time, but then his skin just started to just reject it basically, and he used to get dead inflamed and stuff. But Brooke was the only one that didn't, but he just thought, fuck it, I don't want to wear this anymore. So he started with Paco Rabanne, that worked, and he hasn't moved on to anything else in case it does start to turn again.
Oh, Paco Rabanne's good gear, to be fair. 1 million is nice. It's nice. It's not for me, but it's nice. Great game news stream, this is. Nice. We got back to the games eventually. We're now going back onto the fragrances, but we got there eventually. Square sausages, I've never heard of them or seen them. No joke. What? Lawn slicers? Squassages? You've never seen a square sausage? You grew up with me. I had square sausages growing up. What?
They're amazing. I still buy them now from Iceland.
Yeah. People say they missed old Fortnite, but they don't. They just have blind nostalgia. The game's in a much better place now, and I don't even like Fortnite that much. 100%. Rose-tinted glasses. People don't miss Fortnite. They miss where they were in their life playing that Fortnite. That's the common misconception. People don't realise that you separate the two. Oh, I was in a much more carefree world. I didn't have the work stresses. I wasn't fucking living post-pandemic cost of living crisis shit. Yeah, Fortnite was great.
I will put a small caveat in there. That zero build is definitely the best thing to ever happen to Fortnite. That's my small caveat.
I mostly agree. I do. I agree because I would love to play zero build right now. I wouldn't want to go into a building mode. That said, Fortnite, like watching its peak, like in its early peak when it was still just a build only, it was just such an exceptional skill gap that I never got up. But it was a thing of beauty watching people like So
I play Pussy Boy mode. But I need to because I'm terrible at fucking building. So the skill gap was your shooting might be better. Sorry, my shooting might be better than your shooting, but your building's way better than mine. So it kind of counteracted itself. Whereas now it's literally down to, is your shooting as good as my shooting? And that's where I'm at. That's what I like because my shooting is phenomenal in that game. But the building is still terrible.
I'd argue it was the other way around. It was not the other way around. Slightly different. It was when you started the way I was spoke about is you start Fortnite and it was 30% building, 70% shooting, maybe 80% building, shooting, 20% building. But then by the time you get to finish it, you're 80% building, 20% shooting. If you were good with a gun and you was fighting against someone else that was okay with a gun but good with building, they were probably going to win you because they could just outplay you. It was the brains over brawn sort of thing. But yeah, that's where I like the no build because I don't want to play a builder sim. And I understand that is Fortnite's biggest differentiator from other games, definitely. But that's not what I want from it. I want all of the exceptional content and development that goes into that game without that bit, which is why I like the no-build stuff. It's like Minecraft, to be fair. Old Minecraft is a good nostalgia talking point for those of you who played it from beta 1.4. But the actual game now, when you go back and play those old betas, is wank. It's boring and ugly. Yeah, exactly. It's just the visual upgrades.
Pretty now.
They got all. I mean, I made a joke when they got like the 4K textures and this, that, and the other. But even like 8-bit stuff, but in 4K textures, could still look pretty. Gucci Guilty Black for the win. I've never tried that one.
I've never heard that one.
I've never seen them just dad squashing normal sausages. 100% I miss being 15 and 16 too, but I have rent and bills and a dog now. Things have changed. Only time nostalgia actually held up for me was old CODs like Modern Warfare 2 and World at War and Pro Evo. I mean, I would say COD 4 kind of stood up that test of time because when I played that in Modern Warfare Remastered, it was same. It was just as good. It was definitely not as good as like the movement mechanics technically, but I love the fact that I didn't go to a corner and someone would like dolphin dive 12 feet past it and turn in the air and shoot me because that was just... Nah, trust me, the grass being neon green was ridiculous on the eyes. Do you know what? That is the reason why I don't play Halo. Because I first loaded up Halo, well, my mate first loaded up Halo, and he's like, let's play some of this. I was like, yeah. And then it was just purple dudes on neon grass just bouncing up and down. I was like, nope, and I'm out. It's not for me. Anyway, Do you know what? I'm fed up of conversation about dudes in stupid suits in games that people just don't understand. I mean, what is it with people competing against other people in stupid costumes? Anyway, let's talk about our next article. WWE. Nice. Let's go.
Sweaty hairy man.
Graham's segueing. It was purely for Tito's benefit. It was the men in spandex. That's what it is. That's what it is. Posted by Ravi Sinha on Gaming Ball. It's WWE 2K23. The roster has been revealed with over 170 playable wrestlers. I actually stopped for a second because that said segue in, and it took me a second for my brain. I was like, segue. But we got there eventually. Anyway, additional characters are available at launch as part of DLC, like the Ruthless Aggression Pack and the Bad Bunny Bonus Pack. So with Visual Concepts WWE 2K23 out next month, how is that? 2K Games has revealed the full roster of wrestlers that will be playable at launch. Stars like Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Rhea Ripley, Ronda Rousey, and Cody Rhodes have already been showcased in previous trailers. However, NXT 2.0 superstars like Alba, this is where I get lost. I don't know any of these, I think. Alba Fire, Axiom, Bron Breakker, Carmelo Hayes, Indy Hartwell, JC Jane, and Grayson Waller are all so included. You also have the classics like Big Boss Man, Booker T, Boogeyman, Bret Hitman Hart, the British Bulldog, Bruno Sammartino, Diesel, Eddie Guerrero, and many more. Of course, there's also the prototype, which is John Cena's OVW character. Is that like the career mode sort of stuff? What's OVW?
No, OVW was a promotion like ECW.
I didn't know that. Nice. Randy Orton 02, Brock Lesnar 01, and Leviathan, which is Barista's OVW character, part of the Ruthless Aggression Pack that's available with the Icon Edition. Grammy Award-winning artist Bad Bunny is also playable at launch as part of the Bad Bunny bonus pack, available for those who pre-order. WWE's out on 17th of March for Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, and PC. Stay tuned to Ice Cream Uploads for more details and gameplay en route to launch. Nice.
Yes.
Excited for this, Bib?
I'm always excited for a new wrestling game, Graham. I've heard many things. The thing is, because I've read so many things as well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say many of them. So I'm just gonna stay away from saying too much. But
which is great on a talking podcast.
No, I know, but I don't know what's under NDA and what's not, because I've read that much stuff about WWE over like the last week or so. I'm literally just avoiding plot holes and the ability for us to be able to talk about this game, or any other future game going forward. So yeah, I'm super looking forward to this one. Anyway, I love the career modes on there. That's my bread and butter. I mean, the WWE Universe stuff is fantastic. I like the fact that they brought back the GM mode last year. There was a lot of plot holes in the GM mode. It wasn't perfect. But hopefully this time round we're going to see a lot more improvements being made to that one. But I love wrestling games. I think they've come a long way from what we used to play, and that's such an obvious statement. But even looking back like 4 years ago, we're infinitely better off than what we was then. I thought we was at a very good place at that point. A few blips along the way, obviously, but having the career modes in there, like last year was Rey Mysterio's. That was awesome. I love playing through those. Like, it might be 20 matches or whatever, and you have to try and replicate what happened in real life and things. But having the ability to go back through and play that, I love it. And that's exactly that is the first thing that I will be doing with this game as well when we eventually end up being able to play it again.
Absolutely, I'm excited for it, and I hope we. So we had some big plans for 2K22, which for reasons didn't happen. So we've obviously got the ICU title belt, which is in the studio where Bibby is.
Yes,
we have plans to do stuff with that.
Last
year. Oh, we did. So maybe we can do those this year. I don't know. We'll see. So hopefully we'll have some cool wrestling content coming for you guys, especially obviously it's only a month until it comes out. There's no Rumbles or anything scheduled in the meantime. So maybe we move away from Royale Rumble and we go back to Royal Rumble. I don't know.
We cannot go with that messaging. That would be so confusing.
In-person WWE tournament for the belt. I'm going to full on Vince McMahon it though. I'm going to wait until everyone's finished fair fighting and I'm going to snake my way in and just be like, it was me, baby.
Yeah.
And then
it was me all along.
Sneaky pin, 1, 2, 3. Reffing the pay. Let's go. Payroll, let's go, baby. 2K22 was class in my opinion. A more refined one is going to be mint, you'd hope. Yeah, it was good to see that across the board as well, because people weren't shy at going in on 2K20 because it wasn't great by a long stretch. But people, rather than going, oh, that's memey and not great, people were being nasty about it, which was a bit disappointing to see people go, oh, just because it's fashionable to take the piss, people always take it too far. So it was good to see 2K22 getting that unanimous sort of, do you know what? This is actually exceptional. It's not perfect, but it is exceptional. If we keep going down this road, we will be in some great places over the next few years. And to see such a role reversal, a heel turn, nice, from 20 to 22 was exceptional. To see that level of bringing it back, because I'm thinking, oh, well, the next one's going to be that's breaking eggs. You've got the first 20 wasn't breaking eggs to get the omelette. 20 was fuck, I don't even know how to make the omelette. 22 in my mind was okay, we've got to break some eggs to make an omelette. That was a pretty good omelette on its own, to be fair. How good is the next one going to be? So if it carries on at that pace, 2K23 should be exceptional. If you're into wrestling games, 2K22 was exceptional. 2K23 if it continues on that track, will be absolutely ridiculous. Oh, speaking of 2K23, soundtrack's been revealed.
What, just?
What, like right now?
Interesting.
That's it, baby. Sacked. Chappers, you're on the next scoop. We'll have to get you back.
Literally just. Oh, okay. Yeah, breaking news. I'm going to see if I can quickly find it. WWE 2K.
What was the name of the song that I sang, like the Goof Troop in that? It got clipped. It was Chappers. What was the name when you were on? So Chappers has guest hosted the Scoop before. That's something that we were going to do a bit more of, and just obviously got lost to time. Was having more people joining us in the Scoop, but yeah.
Oh, Chappers has submitted it to the Scoop section.
Oh, nice.
The SmackDown Hotel.
Okay, let's click this article.
Oh, sad but true. Oh, yes.
Okay, here's the article on screen. Simone SDH at SmackDown Hotel. Shut up, baby, you've not got a screen. Stop spoiling it for the rest of the stream just because you're excited. So the official WWE 2K23 track list, hand-picked by John Cena, includes Metallica, Sad But True, Bizarrap Quevedo, which is Doja Cat Vegas, Luciano SUVs, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Can't Stop, Joyner Lucas, Lil Bibby, Ramen and OJ, Hard It Jack, Bullet for My Valentine, No More Tears, Davey and Omar Courts, is that Dame Lou? Let Down, Shipwreck, Idols Grounds, and Post Malone, Take What You Want, featuring Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott. Which one got you excited, babe?
There's two of my favourite songs of all time in that list. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Can't Stop, and Metallica, Sad But True. Two of my favourite ever songs are in this playlist. The rest of them, the Post Malone song, Take What You Want, I've heard that before, but the rest of them I have no idea. Bullet for My Valentine, I love them, but I don't think I've heard No More Tears. But yeah, that's 43 minutes isn't a lot. I thought they'd have more songs than that, to be honest.
It's interesting looking at the track list and then looking at the chat after hearing what Bibby said. It must be, obviously it's made by John Cena. I assume he will have had some direction onto what that's got to be or so on, but he's also an American dude that listens to American artists and so on, so it's probably very American, which is why three different British people have effectively said Metallica, Sad But True, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Can't Stop, and Post Malone, Take What You Want are the three that they know. You said it, I thought the same thing, and Chappers wrote it in the chat separately as well. So the other guys, I mean, I've heard of Doja Cat. I don't know about Vegas. I've heard of Doja Cat, but yeah, couldn't tell you the others. I may have heard more, but on paper, no, I have no idea. Sad But True will be Taker's theme because he used it in his match with AJ Styles' Boneyard match. Hardy did a performance at Royal Rumble and he was fucking dreadful. Idols are British, to be fair. That's class. Let's go. We got one in there. Nice. Just a shame none of us knew. Okay, we'll put a pin in that one. So WWE 2K23 is out next month. There is a lot to happen. I was
Sad But True. Sorry, just before we go along, Sad But True was not the song that was used by Taker in the Boneyard match. It was Now That We're Dead. Just clear that one.
Baby, do you want to pick up the microphone and drop it for me? Just
No,
nice.
because this one's already broken. If I break this one, then we're both fucked.
Maybe drop mine then. It might get it working again. I don't know. Okay, next news article. Ubisoft's latest free-to-play shooter XDefiant gets cross-play test this week on PS5, Series Xbox Series X and S, and PC, written by Matt Wales at Eurogamer. The article says, XDefiant, the one-time Tom Clancy-branded free-to-play shooter from Ubisoft, is holding another closed insider test later this week. This one marking the first time cross-platform play will be available on consoles and PC. XDefiant, previously described as a 6v6 mashup of Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon, and The Division, was initially announced as Tom Clancy's XDefiant back in 2021. However, Ubisoft ultimately chose to drop the Tom Clancy branding after fans criticised the game and its sassy specialists for straying too far from the franchise's more serious military themes and formula. Since then, Ubisoft has quietly continued XDefiant's development, occasionally opening the game up to registered insiders as it seeks to garner feedback from players. Its latest closed insider session runs from Thursday the 16th, tomorrow, to Sunday the 19th of February, or Monday the 20th in the UK, and is first enabled to cross-play between PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. 4 game modes will be available to players over the course of the test: Escort, Zone Control, Domination, and Occupy, with maps including Attica Heights, Arena, Dumbo, Emporium, Liberty, Mayday, Meltdown, Midway, Noodleplex, nice, Showtime, Times Square, Zoo, and the new Pueblito. Insider tests are being held under NDA, but if that doesn't put you off, it's still possible to sign up to participate in future sessions via Ubisoft's website. XDefiant is, of course, the latest string in attempts of Ubisoft to land a free-to-play hit. So far, however, its success has been limited. Sci-fi battle royale game Hyperscrap, should I say? Oh no, that's not what it's actually called. It's Hyperscape. It was taken offline last year after an underwhelming 18 months, while Roller Champions has continued to soldier on despite rumours of an imminent demise. Other free-to-play Ubisoft projects, including The Division Heartlands, are long overdue, while yet more, such as Ghost Recon Frontline, got the chop before release. It remains to be seen how XDefiant will fare. We'll stop there.
Yeah.
XDefiant completely had slipped my mind. I completely forgot this was going to be a thing. Anyone else completely forget about that? Thoughts, Bib?
Yeah, genuinely, I forgot about it as well. I mean, it was a game that I was kind of excited about when it got announced, but yeah, I forget what happened yesterday. Never mind what happened last year. So yeah, I'm happy to see that we're going to have. I mean, shooter games are a dime a dozen. They are bloody everywhere. They're either dominating charts with the likes of Call of Duty or trying to get back onto the platform like Battlefield. A free-to-play one is a very good idea, but the track record, as mentioned in this article by Ubisoft, hasn't been the best. I'm still waiting for more Division Heartland stuff. I played the mobile version of the game. I can't remember what it was called. I don't think it was Heartland on mobile.
I think it was called Steven.
Steven, that might have been it. I played through that on my mobile, and I actually enjoyed it. It played a million times better. Resurgence, that was I wanted to call it Resurrection, but I knew that was wrong. But Resurgence, yep, that's perfect. I played that on mobile. It was great. Razer Keisha controller, perfect. It worked amazingly. I was happy with that. I'm still waiting to see what we're going to get from Heartland. There definitely is still a world where the Division works. I'm not sure if XDefiant is going to be a first-person shooter that people are going to be craving for. I'm happy. Again, when I say stuff like that, I'm always happy to be proven wrong, because the more games in that marketplace sharing the dominance would be fantastic. But just because it's a free-to-play game doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a banger.
Yeah. So this is where, and I think it was Enix yesterday, was saying games as a service as a genre is dead. And that is, Ubisoft is a large part of that belief. I said yesterday, games as a service is not dead. Games as a service is still a large part of the future. Whether that just remains as the existing ones that are already delivering or not is purely at the hands of developers that are delivering subpar experiences. And those subpar experiences, I did put this on like the video, but I can't fast forward or skip back on the Eurogamer website, and I can't bother clicking through to YouTube to watch it. So if you keep seeing these dudes on screen, it is muted, because I thought I'll just give you some moving gameplay, because Chapper said he's never even seen it, never heard of it, let alone forgotten about it. So I'm trying to give you what it looks like. But I can see this being another one of their failures, if I'm being honest. And I don't mean, I know that's a harsh thing to say when I've not played it and I've completely forgotten about it, but it seems like it's an everything in one. There is like, what is it? There's a shooter, which is an FPS / TPP. Nice. Okay, that's fucking shit, mate. Refresh.
Got a job putting this one together, Anna.
Yeah, get it cut. It
does have it does look like it's got some sort of like Overwatch elements to it as well, with the class-based systems that they're going to be running with. Like, do you want to be an assault? Do you want to be a cleaner? Yeah. Again, I'm not sure. I'm always happy to be proven wrong with this.
Yeah. So if it was cut out, I don't know how long it went down for. The gist of it that I was saying is it's got some modern worldy stuff, the boots on the ground, stuff that I want. And then there's movie sets and stuff thrown in it, which allows them to get like a cowboy saloon and things like that. But then there's people stood there with like hologrammy shields. And it's like, and then there's different skins within the game. There's a dude that's got a mask that almost looked like a plague doctor. And I'm just thinking like, okay, your individual styling, I mean, that stuff all can come in later on. If you want fancy shields adding in, rather than just like a normal bulletproof shield. If you want people to dress like the Plague Doctor or that fucking Sandman thing that was on Netflix, which was a great series, by the way, or any of that other stuff, great. But you don't throw all of that aesthetic into one trailer because people go, what am I looking at? What is this? I don't know what this is. I mean, one of the best and worst things about PUBG's marketing is PUBG started out as this military realistic shooter, and now there's fucking line friends and pajama parties and all sorts of other stuff. Nice. But what it started out with, you big stiff idiot. What it started out with was a clear cut direction that people could get behind. This, I feel like people are, what is it? Because I'm seeing people throwing down Star Wars-esque. I have a picture of a camera. Hi. Well, great, nice. Like you've got these Star Wars-esque shields, and should be live.
I can see.
Refresh.
Yeah, I can see that. It looks good to me.
Should be live. Tino. It's probably his Chromecast because it went down again. He's probably not seen it. Tiny Yoda, welcome in. Yeah. Okay, the gist is, for me, it doesn't have an identity. Like, it's trying to be a bit of everything. There's no real specific reason for this game not being The Division. Like, what is the difference? What are they? What is so significantly different that it needs to be a different game? Chapper says, and either Ubisoft jump on a new trend, or they make another empty open world RPG with bases to take them that will ultimately not be worth the time. That's the thing, though. Ubisoft are jumping on existing trends and are making open world empty games, and I think they know that now. So what we're talking about here is something we've spoken about 6 months ago. Ubisoft cancelled a bunch of games. One of them was referenced in this, which was a Ghost Recon game. Ghost Recon Frontline, there you go. That got the chop because they realised they were just throwing out so much shit. And they did it with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. A lot of people didn't really like that. No, not a lot. Some people didn't really like that, but a lot of people really did like that, which was a massive improvement over where they were with Origins and Odyssey before that. Because people were like, well, these are just huge games that just get thrown out every year. Yeah, great, they look fantastic, but they have no substance. And there's all this weird fucking, you've got to grind for a million years rather than having good substance within the game. And I think Ubisoft have realised that. However, some things still are in production that probably are still feeling the hangover of that, like XDefiant for me. I will be happy to say it's great if I try it, and it suddenly is. But looking at it, it could be Hyperscape DLC for me. Yeah. And Hyperscape was not anything I was interested in at all. Roller Champions was like, we need a fun, quirky arena destroyer game, like there's Rocket League already out there. Let's throw something into the mix. Like, what was that? Destruction All Stars or something like that.
That died on its ass straight away, didn't it?
And then you got like Rumbleverse and Knockout City, which Knockout City was exceptional. It was a great game. I am sad to see that go, but at the same time, like Knockout City. You look at the devs of that, Valen or whatever they were called. They've basically said it's not going to live forever, but what it has done is it's propelled us forward and give us a shitload of learnings that we can put into our next game. Let's go. Nice. But Valen are a small dev. This is Ubisoft. Like they can't be throwing out an XDefiant score yet. We've learned stuff to push us forward. It's like you're already forward. How have you forgotten what got you there? What? So yeah, it's. I'm not interested in it. I see it, and it doesn't look like anything specific. Like look, this key art. The key art. There is some like army of two looking dude with a face mask and a scar, and then some dude in a bright orange fluorescent gas masky thing, then some fucking Splinter Cell looking dude with night vision eye goggles, and then some dude that's just got a bibby shirt on with a gun strewn over his shoulder, and then someone with a smartphone and dyed pink hair with no weapon at all kind of thingy. And it's just like, are we looking gritty realistic shooter, or are we looking at postmodern sci-fi-ish, or what have we got? I don't know.
Yeah.
Insert generic shooter image, says Iceman. I don't even think it's that, because a generic shooter image would have 4 dudes. One stood there with an AK, one stood with a pistol, one probably with some form of utility, like grenades or a bulletproof shield or something like that. Or you get the idea. And they'd all look similar. This is like insert 5 generic gaming images and just put them together. I just don't understand what the direction, what the personality is. Yeah. That's the issue. They're taking existing established ideas and not even doing it better. How do they think it will be commercially successful? No, I agree. Existing established ideas from different genres and going, do you know what would be really good? Like The Last of Us has really, really good storylines and like really emotive and sells a lot. Do you know what? Fortnite sells a lot as well. Maybe we just kill everyone in Fortnite with zombie monsters. It's like, no, because it's really and we should then throw them on a course where these weird bean-looking characters will chase them to the end. Like it's a knockout like that. Like Fall Guys is what you're talking about there. No, I don't think that would work either. Yeah, and we'll get these rocket propelled cars that fly through the air and knock football. Where does the football come from? Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. So no, Ubisoft has become Wish.com. It has. Just throwing stuff together. I just don't get it. I mean, if it's great, fair dues. But if it's not, I from what I'm seeing, I think we've got another Ubisoft and it's gone title coming. But we'll see. We'll see. I do feel bad saying that before I've touched it, before I've played it, before it's been released. But from recent history, that seems like where it's going for me, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll put a pin in that one. We'll jump into our next news article. Speaking of The Last of Us, as I just did then, that wasn't even meant to be a segue, but maybe I got it in my own mind because I'd already got it loaded up to speak about it. But Victoria Kennedy at Eurogamer has the next one. It says, The Last of Us Part 1 Firefly Edition. So what you need right now in your life is another way to buy The Last of Us. Mm-hmm. And it's available now for a cost of £100. Spilling the zombies. Nice. Look for the light. And then your wallet, says the PC version of The Last of Us Firefly Edition is now available to pre-order for just shy of £100. For $99.99 to be precise, this edition includes a Steam key for the first part of Joel Ellie's story and its prequel DLC Left Behind, a limited edition steelbook display case, no game disc is included, plus The Last of Us American Dreams comics reprinted with new cover art and a selection of early in-game unlocks. These unlocks include increased crafting speed skill, increased healing speed skill, 9mm reload speed increase upgrade, rifle clip capacity increase upgrade, explosive arrows gameplay modifier, dither punk filter, speedrun mode, 6 weapon skins. And you can pre-order now. I'm not going to read out the weapon skins because that was already a list on its own. We'll leave it there. I don't have to go into the other editions and what's in it, just that it exists. Are you going to be grabbing this bit?
Probably not. No, I don't think so. I think, well, for a collector's edition, yeah, fair enough. But I think it's priced accordingly in the grand scheme of things of how much games cost nowadays. But no, I don't think it's something that I'll be interested in.
Yeah, I mean, it's I kind of thought the same. Like 100 quid for a special edition. Yeah. But there's no, apart from a steelbook, there's not really anything that comes with it. And I must admit, as someone that grew up loving steelbooks, I'm not a fan of them anymore. I just feel like there's no need for display cases now. I'm not putting anything in it. When it says no disc included, I feel like, well, why? Why are you still making the steelbook? Is there a functional reason that people have shelves to put it on? Because if you are just delaying the inevitable end of steelbooks anyway. You're just keeping it going to keep funding your wallets. Do something else. And that literally for 100 quid, it's all in-game cosmetics, which cost nothing, and a steelbook. But there's some comics in there. So 100 quid's probably not actually that bad if you're into steelbooks. If you're not into steelbooks or comics, probably keep away. But it's an option. It's an option. You don't have to get it. You can get the normal game if you want. Naughty Dog hired Todd Howard, did they? I don't know. You have to explain that one for us, chappers. I don't get it. The Last of Us Part 1 Skyrim edition. Then Bibby would buy it. Bibby's already bought it. It's not even been made and he's already got it. He's got 6 copies.
I've pre-ordered for something that doesn't even exist.
100%. He's got it. What was it the other day? You said there was a Skyrim. Oh, Engage. That's what it was. Nokia Engage version of Skyrim. Have you got that pre-ordered yet? I mean, pre-ordered. It was 20 years ago. But
I haven't got an Engage, but yeah, the Todd Howard thing is obviously in reference to the Skyrim stuff. So everyone knows where we're going with this already.
Okay, there we go. I don't know enough about Bethesda to know that. I didn't know who Todd Howard was. Genuinely, for a second, I thought Todd Howard was the dude from Happy Days that directed the Da Vinci Code, but I've forgotten his name. It's not him. Ron Howard. Yeah, there we go. So for a second I was like, him? And I thought, no, it's not him. It's definitely not him. But I don't know what it is. I don't know who that is. The re-releasing games a million times. Todd Howard's Bethesda boss. Just a joke. Just about that. The joke just works. No, I get it. I'm on board now. Now I get it. Now, I'm for that one. I need to be more on the money. Just throw the Skyrim in there, and I've got it. That's it. It's fine. I've got and Engage, but it'll cost you £6.
Yeah, that's it. The going rate for them can't be that expensive, or are they that expensive because no one has them anymore?
No. Really not. The only people that will try to get you to believe that are the people that have got them and want to sell them. No.
Yeah. 600 quid! Oh, it's got 24 games with it.
Still, you could probably buy a PS5 with 24 games for 600 quid. Fucking helmet! So yeah, if you're interested in The Last of Us, if you're watching the TV series and you want an optional purchase, so there's nothing wrong with optional purchases, but The Last of Us Part 1 has a PC special edition, which is 100 quid. So another way you can get hold of the game. I am not that bothered, even though I am a massive Last of Us fan, but I'm not that much of a fan that I will spend 100 quid on that. Anyway, let's move ahead. If you've got a PS5, speaking of PS5s like I just did, Shunal Doke at Gaming Bolt says Sony to launch wireless earbuds headphones for PS5 in the fiscal year 2023. This is a report. So Sony might be ready to upgrade its lineup of audio devices for the PS5 with a new pair of earbuds and headphones, if reports are to be believed. Sony is reportedly working on a pair of wireless earbuds that can be used with a PS5. According to Insider Gaming, sources have indicated that the earbuds will hit store shelves towards the end of the financial year 2023, which essentially means between April 2023 and March 2024. Internally referred to as Project Nomad, the earbuds will reportedly feature 5 hours of battery life and will come with a charging case that can be recharged through a USB-C cable. The same cable can also be used to update the firmware on the earbuds, which you'll have to do every 5 seconds, just like you have to do with the wireless controllers for your PS5. Nice. Now, it doesn't say that last bit, by the way, just in case you're watching. Listen on demand, I added that. Nice. Project Nomad is reported to be accompanied by a new wireless headset dubbed Voyager, set to be similar to Project Nomad. Voyager will likely be the flagship headphones for the PS5. It is worth noting that one of the key features of the PS5 is its Tempest 3D audio capabilities, which can make use of any earphones or headphones to provide a simulation of 3D audio, assuming the game you're playing can support the feature. Sony has historically launched its own series of headphones for PlayStation consoles since the PS4. I actually have the Pulse headset for the PS5, and I used that until I got my second pair of Astro headsets. Second Astro headset, and I've stopped using it since because the Astros are just better. The Pulse headset is actually really good. For a first-party headset, it is really good. Probably not worth what it was, but because it worked flawlessly with the PS5 at day one. Nice. I went for it. But do we really need 3 different types of PS5 branded headset? The Pulse headset plus Project Nomad in-ears plus Project Voyager next step up over ears. Do we need that many? Thoughts, Bib?
Well, this is what I was going to ask you, because I know I don't have any first party headphones from. I don't think I've ever bought them. Not even the ones that you got on the PS3, the one that clipped around your ear. I didn't even have any of that stuff.
I had that.
So
It was
yeah, yeah. I say I was an Xbox guy back then. I did have a PS3, but I literally bought it just for Pez. But yeah, I didn't. Is this needed? That's where I'm kind of going with this. With all the things like obviously Astro coming out with their headsets, as you can see on our heads.
Nice.
Is there a demand for the first party stuff? Like, I imagine there is, but do they sell enough to warrant it? I don't know.
I mean, clearly they must do, and they mustn't be that expensive in that sort of sense. Do you know what? I actually, talking about expensive, I'm going to readjust what I was saying. I was going to say they must sell enough to make money, because they did it with the Pulse headset, and it was about 80 or 90 quid, which is not the most expensive headset in the world, considering Astros can be up to about 300 quid if you're buying it with like mix amps or base stations and so on. So it's actually not that bad a price for a cheap headset, and it's got a decent amount of bass and volume in it. A lot of headsets that are Bluetooth dongle-y kind of stuff lose a lot of volume, whereas those were pretty decent. However, I feel like they've probably gone, there's a fuckload of people that are happy to spend a shitload of cash post-launch of a console. People are spending 300 quid on headsets. People are spending 300 quid on controllers. We want a piece of that pie, and I think we've seen that with the DualSense Edge, the Scuff-alike controller coming out in the same sort of price point as an aftermarket controller, not a off the press sort of controller, coming out as the same sort of price range. I feel that's PlayStation being for the players, but no, being for the profits. I feel that's them going, people are willing to spend this. We want some of that. Rather than us just having 50 quid controllers and 300 quid consoles, we want 300 quid controllers as well. And we want 300 quid headsets as well. So if the Pulse, which is the flagship headset, is going to be replaced by the Voyager, which will likely be the flagship headphones for the PS5, it's going to be more than 90 quid. The Pulse is 90 quid. The Voyager is going to be a 200 quid headset plus, I reckon. And I feel like that is PlayStation looking at the market and going, we can't make the console be £1,000 because people won't accept it. But people will accept a very expensive upgrade, just like people will accept buying special editions of the console 5-6 times through the life. So I feel like that is the reason we've got PlayStation looking at this. So we've got the DualSense Edge, we've got Project Voyager, we've got Project Nomad, and these are all expensive upgrades that can allow them to cash in on that high-tier pro peripheral market. That's my thoughts. Corrupt, welcome in, dude. Shout out to Corrupt, by the way. Dropped in on Corrupt stream for the first time last night, and he has more scenes than we have.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, great to see. Good to speak to you a little bit last night, dude. Apologies I couldn't stick around. It was midnight, and I did need sleep, as you could tell, with the bags under the eyes. So yes, do you know what? We're going to wrap things up there. Just as Corrupt gets in, we're going to turn it off now because that's it. He's arrived. We don't need to do anything else. We'll finish it. Nice. No, if you did miss it, we did have a few stories. We started out talking about Fortnite. They have a new Infamy system and heists coming to the game. We spoke about WWE 2K23 having 170 wrestlers coming to the game and lots of spandex for Tito. Ubisoft's free-to-play shooter XDefiant is having a cross-play test this week, but only if you're an insider. Yes, it still exists for those that didn't know. It exists, apparently, or it will do soon. The Last of Us Part 1 has a Firefly Edition coming to PC for 100 quid, and Sony are reportedly going to be launching some wireless earbuds and wireless headphones for the PS5 in 2023. No information on that, so take it with a pinch, but could be true. Well, that's it. Thank you for joining us for another episode of The Scoop. We will be live tonight from 6:30 UK time for Chasing Core Rates with Mates. It's ICU, X-Lotus, X-Core Code Red boys are going to be joining us, or at least one of them, if not both of them, will be joining us for some games tonight. So do come around for that. After that, we'll jump in with the usual army that you would see. So we'll probably drop in with some Nietzsche and some beans too. Oh, there we go. Code Red are in the chat. You'll love to see it. So yeah, do feel free to join us for that. If we don't have Silencer and Droidica, we'll definitely have Silencer. And if Droidica doesn't turn up, then Silencer is definitely the best one that we want to see anyway. So and if Droidica turns up, then they're both just as good as each other all along is what we really meant. Nice. But before any of that happens this evening, is there anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Bibb?
Yes, thank you very much for joining us for today's episode of The Scoop. That's 3 down, 2 to go.
Nice.
So if you want to help shape the remaining 2 shows, there's 2 ways that you can do so. First of all, find us on social media. It's at Ice Cream Rollers across all major social media platforms, or alternatively, get involved with our Discord. All the links that you require will be in the description below. But all we need from you is a URL plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at what time tomorrow, Mr. Graham Day?
10 a.m. ish. 10 a.m.-ish. For now, though, we are going to disappear. Do us a favour. We've helped out Pistol Mike this week. Pistol Mike has been pushing for affiliate, and I imagine he's going to hit it now. Iceman is also pushing for affiliate. He has enough followers now, I believe, whereas he's playing Persona 4 Golden right now. Might not be a game that you might be interested in, but if you can just stick around in Iceman's stream for a little while, if we can just get a few people to hang around there, that will help push him to his 3 concurrent viewers that he needs, or average viewers that he needs to hit affiliate status. So do stick around as we drop in a little bit of love for Iceman there. Even if you can just keep a tab, it would be very much appreciated. We can help one of our friends get towards that affiliate status. But for now, we'll throw up the end slate before we drop in an Iceman. Until next time, stay frosty!